So this one is a floor plan of this room. So you do not have to include that room, just this room. You can measure it with the big robust measuring tape if you want, or you can actually count the tiles. They're 1 foot. So it's about 30 foot by 30 foot, but you should count the tiles or measure to get the actual size. Exterior walls, we're gonna make 8 inches. So that's an exterior wall, and that's an exterior wall, 8 inches. Interior wall, 4 inches, and 4 inches. I want you to include windows and doors in this floor plan. Okay,
You want layers for all of it?
huh?
You want layers for each?
You should use your template, and if you use layers, go for it. So at this point, in advanced, you can kind of draw however you want to draw. If you want to use layers, go for it. We're going to use blocks for the tables. So there'll be 3 blocks, tables without computers, like those, tables with computers, like those, and chairs. So it's really it's a block exercise. We're gonna add attributes. So this may be something you've never done before, but I want you to experience it. You can add attributes to blocks. You can make the attribute whatever you want. So I'm asking for the attribute to be the size and the cost of the desks. The desk costs $300 each. Okay, the size varies. Like this desk is smaller than that desk. So you might need 2 different blocks for the desks. Okay. Or you can organize them like this, or you can organize them however you want in the room. I don't actually care. But let me go through blocks. So I've drawn the room. I started to draw the room. I don't have this window in back there yet. I don't have that window in over here, and I don't have this door in. But I got this door in and this window in. There. Okay. So this is just one way to draw both a door and a window. Most of the time you show the swing of a door. That's normally pretty important. So the way I show the swing of a door is I put the door in and then I rotate it about a point. I think that one goes out and it rotates about the left. So that's normally how you show the door swing, because you can buy, you know, right hand swing, left hand swing. It can go either way. That one opens up to the right also, so show that door swing. Sometimes I put in the arc like that, then just trim it off like that, showing the swing. But get the doors in, get the windows in, right? And then we're gonna make some blocks. So the way you make a block, you probably have done blocks before. I know I did it in G115, but just barely. I don't think I ever did attribute in 115, so I want to do attributes here. The nice thing about attributes is if you tag them to a block, every time you place the block, it also places the attribute and that information. So then when you're done with the drawing, you can extract all the attributes out of the drawing. Like I could get a total cost of tables, right? I could get all the sizes of the tables that I used. It's super handy, especially when you're doing any kind of plumbing work or HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, schematic drawings where you're using gate valves and pipe. And if you have attributes set to all your blocks, as you're placing those, it's basically collecting and making a material list of that drawing. So it's really cool. We won't extract the information in this drawing. We'll just put it in, and then in the future, we'll come back to this thing and then extract the information into an Excel spreadsheet and have the data. So you get that experience. Pretty common that anytime attributes are used in industry, they get tagged to a block to just kind of collect information. So under insert, so not the home tab, this is the home tab. Under insert are insert block, but there, it's also define attributes right here. So before you make, you can physically make the block, this is just a rectangle for a desk, right? And I made it the size of one of these long ones. But I haven't turned it into a block yet. So before you turn it into a block, you need to define the attributes. Then they will get defined in the block. They'll be included, right? So you don't want to make the block first. You want to define the attributes. So when you click on that, you get to fill out the table. The tag is literally what it's going to be called. So I'm going to say desk. The prompt would be like, what are the options to the desks? And the size would be one of the options I want to use. So I'm going to write, what is the size? So it's literally whatever you want the attribute to prompt you. When you place the block, you can put in information. So I can use this block for multiple size tables. Does that make sense? All right. And then the default would be the most common one. I think these are 6 foot by, might only be 5 foot. Anyway, you'll measure it. I'm just going to write in 65 foot inches by 30 inches. So that'll be my most common size. This will be changeable, right? It'll just default it in there and then I can change it. Insertion point, I always choose specify on screen. So however I want to insert this block, it's going to ask me for that. Text style, you can change that if you want a different height or rotation. And annotated is always good. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, now it's attached to my mouse. That's the attribute. So I'm going to place it like in here somewhere. So you can place as many of these as you want. Like I want one for cost also. So I'm going to define another one. COST. This could say cost. This could say my cost, right? This could say customer cost. Depends on how you want to collect the information. Wholesale, retail, any of that kind of stuff can be in there. How much? I'll do wholesale cost. And I'll say the default is 300. Same kind of thing with the rest of this. So you just say, okay, and you place it. Notice that the tag shows up, not the 300, not the size of the desk, just the tag. Okay, but the rest of the information is part of that attribute. So now I can define the block. So I'll type in block. I am going to name the block desk. And then for the base point, the objects, I'll choose that when I say, okay, it'll have me choose it on screen. So the base point for my desk, it could be here, it could be the midpoint of a line, it can be anywhere, right? Maybe I'll make it here. So there's the base point. Now it says select objects. You want to include the attributes. So I'm choosing everything, the rectangle. Like if you had a computer on here, you'd want to include it, right? Boom. And I hit enter. Immediately it sees the attributes and it says, how much will it cost? The default's 300. What is the size? 60 by 30. I'm going to say that's good. If I wanted to change it, I could, right? I could just go in and change it. But that's for this block that I'm just defining. So I'll say, okay. Now it shows you the information, right? And when I go to insert, I can insert desk. I can place another one. I don't know where. Whoa, why is it glitching? I don't know why I did that. Anyway, and if I like all that, I'll say, okay. Must have grabbed the midpoint. Let's move it out. So each time I place this, it's going to ask me about the attributes, right? And if they're the same each time, then I can just place it. Oh, man, why is it grabbing the midpoint? Bugging me. Huh, I don't know what it's grabbing. On that point. That worked. And okay. Did not work. Weird. Not sure why it's doing that. Can't help you. Okay. Every time you place it, it's collecting this information. I mean, if this is a big drawing, like a whole school or something, and you placed hundreds of blocks, you can extract that data in the end. So anything that you put into the block as an attribute, you can pull that information later. Pretty cool.
Does it increase your file size a lot?
Yeah. I don't know about a lot. It definitely increases your file size.
Increase a lot.
Yeah, it's just text, pretty small data information. Tables with computers. Yeah, so you need another block. So you just gotta build it. Like any blocks we have to build. So maybe I just start with my rectangle. That is 60. I don't think I made that at 160. We'll see. Yeah, see, this one's a little smaller by 30.
You want plugs?
Huh?
You want plugs?
Nope, just tables, computers, right? So then I would add the computer. And the computer can be simple. It's just a rectangle, and you can even just guesstimate it. That's fine. And then I'd maybe add a monitor. You could add a keyboard, but then this is a new block, right? This is desk with computer. And then you'll have it place where you want it. So really those go out over here. These go like out in here somewhere. But same thing, add the attribute for the desk cost, add the attribute for the size. Yeah. Questions? I think I said just a simple dimensioning. You do not have to fully dimension it all out. 1/8 inch text. Include attributes. Yep. Basic dimensions. So maybe like how far apart the rows are. You know, maybe the location of the door, but you don't have to go crazy dimensioning the whole thing. B-size paper, so you'll have to go through scaling again. And get it on to B-size. So that thing onto B-size, go through your scaling, figure out like how big this is gonna need to be, 1/4 inch to a foot. Most of the time that works for bigger architectural style drawings. Good? Questions? Cassidy's County. Don't say numbers. She'll lose track. She'll have to start over. All right. Good luck.
Points or like find the dimension of like the window from like the wall.
I would get
Alright.
from like the easy
door.
corner. Yeah, I would locate those.